Guys, today I'll be reading you this book named You Can Be a Friend by Tony and Lauren Dungy. It was a hot and sticky day, the kind of day when you have got to eat your ice cream cone fast before it melts down into your fingers. Jordan stood still, not able to move. In fact, he was frozen in place. He had been tagged by Jade in their game of freeze. Justin ran and hid behind a tree across the street, trying to figure out how he could get past his speedy sister Jade without getting tagged, so he could unfreeze his brother. "Car!" shouted Jade. All of the children took a time out as a car slowly drove toward them, finally turning into the driveway across the street. It was followed by a huge moving truck that blocked the whole cul-de-sac because it was too big to turn into the driveway. They raced into the house, forgetting that they were in the middle of a freeze tag game, shouting with excitement. Mom, somebody's moving in." Mom paused and turned to face them. "Do you know who?" They shook their head. Jade said none of us got a look at them before their car went behind the bushes. "I did," said Jordan. "And I saw a girl's face in a back window." "Really?" Jade asked eagerly. "What did she look like? Was she my age?" "I couldn't really tell, Jade," Jordan said. "All I could see was a brown hair." Jade was thrilled. She was usually the only girl around and wished there was at least one girl nearby that she could have on their team. "Well," said Mom, "girls or boys were happy to have new neighbors. All that unpacking must be making them hungry, so let's do cookies." Mom gathered everyone in the kitchen and put the kids to work. Jade measured, Justin powdered, and Jordan mixed the ingredients. "Mom," she said, "do you think the new girl will be in my class?" "Maybe," said Mom. "Do you think the new girl will come to my birthday party?" "I'm sure she'd appreciate an invitation," said Mom, smiling. "I'd appreciate cookies," said Jordan. "Can we try one?" said Justin, "because unpacking makes you hungry, but making cookies makes me hungry." Everyone laughed as Mom passed the cookies around, and they all took a bite. "Yuck! They were terrible." "Uh-oh," said Jade, and she pointed at the ingredients still on the counter. Instead of sugar, she had used salt. "I was busy thinking about my new friend. I guess I wasn't paying attention." As soon as the new batch of cookies was ready, they sampled a few to make sure they were sweet and yummy, delicious, Mom said. And they all headed across the street and rang the doorbell. "Hi, we're the Dunchies, your neighbor across the street," said Mom. "We wanted to say how happy we are that you are here. We even brought cookies," Justin said. Jade and Jordan were trying to look past the doorway. All they could see were stacks of moving boxes, blocking the hallway. "Oh, thank you," were the Snouts, said their new neighbor. "Girls, you have friends here to meet," she called. A girl came out into the porch. "Hi, I'm Elsie," the girl said. "She's not the girl that I saw through the window," Jordan thought. Jade and Justin looked into the house. A second girl came into view, wheeling her wheelchair around the boxes. "Sorry, Mom, I was trying to find my bowling ball and you called me." She then turned toward the family. "Hi, I'm Hannah. Welcome to the neighborhood," the kid said. "Well," said Mom. You will let us know when you settle in. We're looking forward to have you as neighbors. The evening the family drove into the library as they often did. Jade had been quiet all afternoon, but finally she spoke up. Mom, do I have to be Hannah's friend? She can't do any of the things that my friends and I do. Mom and Dad looked at each other, and Dad spoke softly. That's not the best reason to be friends. You should be friends with someone because of the kind of person that they are. Let's find some activities to do with Hannah to get know her better. Mom added, God made everyone, and we are all special in His eyes. Sometimes we might have to look a little harder to see that. But will she be fun? Jade asked. Remember when Jordan broke his leg and had to be in a cast and wheelchair? Mom replied. He still was able to do lots of things, including going to the school dance, which turned out to be a traffic time. Jordan picked up. What about bowling? She was unpacking a bowling ball. Now that's a great idea, said Dad. Why don't we ask the Giles if Hannah wants to go bowling with us? Well, said Jade. I guess we could ask. 2 days later, they were at the bowling alley. Mom looked over and saw Jade and Hannah sharing a lane, taking turns rolling the ball. Jade's ball went slowly down the lane, then to the gutter. This is boring, said Jade. Jade, try this. With your third and fourth fingers in the holes, that should let you roll harder and straighter. And said Hannah. Sure enough, Jade's next ball sped right down the middle. Yay, yelled Jade. It worked. Jade and Hannah spent the rest of the game laughing and practicing their aim at the pins. When they were done, Jade smiled at Hannah. Now, that was a blast, she said. Hannah smiled back. Now that you can knock some down next time, I will show you how to use the scoreboard. I can't wait, said Jade. Over the next several days, Jade and Hannah spent much of their time together. Jade was pleased to find out that Hannah was fun, really fun to be around. They played games, shared secrets, and giggled a lot. Jade was amazed of how Hannah knew about animals too. One day, Jordan snatched Jade's stuffed dinosaur and ran with it. I have your dinosaur, he teased from down the hall. Give it back, Jade yelled. Jordan said cleanly, this is a Pterosaurus rex. As the meat eater, he will eat all of your other animals unless you give him back. Jordan threw him down the hall, and Jade and Hannah gave each other a big high five. Then Hannah looked up at the calendar in Jade's room. Hey, your birthday is coming up soon. Jade was startled for a moment. How did you know that? She asked. Hannah laughed. Well, you have a big red circle around the day on your calendar with the words, My birthday, written underneath it. She said, I love to go parties. Jade smiled at Hannah but felt uneasy. Me too, she said. A few nights later, with their older brother Eric, heard Jade and Jordan arguing. Jordan saw him and called out to him, Eric, can you answer a question for us? Sure, what's up, Jade? Can't decide if she should invite Hannah to her birthday next week. Isn't it Hannah, the new girl across the street? They nodded. Eric looked at Jade. Haven't you spending a lot of time with her lately? Yes, said Jade. But I have been planning my birthday at the water park forever, and if I invited Hannah, Jade paused, then said, she either be by herself some of time, or I will have to stay with her, and you're afraid that if you invite her, then you won't be able to go on the big slides to surfboard or go off the diving boards. Eric knew Jade loved to do all of those things but wouldn't want to leave anybody out. You're really asking if it is more important to have fun at your party or be with your friends? Eric said. I can't answer that, Jade. Oh, Jade, only you can. I know. I have been thinking about it all week, Jade said. Eric paused and started at his brother and sister, saying one more thing. They looked up at him a bit worried. You're being way too serious. Eric jumped on the bed and began tickling and wrestling his brother and sister. The next morning, Jade walked into the kitchen for breakfast and announced, Mom, I don't want to have my party at the water park, but that's all you have talked about for months, Jade. You have really been excited about going there for your birthday. I know, but I want to have my party at the zoo. Are you sure? Mom asked. Yes. That way Hannah can go to the party too and won't feel left out the way she might if we went to the water park. I can always go to the water park another time, Eric said. Eric said that I had to decide if I want to have fun on my birthday or be with my friends, and by moving party at the zoo, I can do both. I think that's a great idea, said Mom, and she gave Jade a hug. You know what, Mom, said Jade, I think this is going to be my best party yet. And it was Hannah and Jade both thought so. One of the best lessons our parents taught us children was to be friendly to everyone. That something we have tried to pass to our kids. Sometimes we see people and we don't think they'll be friendly or fun because the way they look. We don't try to make friends with them because they're different. Jade almost made that mistake with Hannah because of her wheelchair. Jade's parents helped her to get know Hannah because that's what God wants us to do. He loves everyone and He wants us to love everyone too. You can be a friend too. And that's the end of our story, guys. Goodbye.